In his defense, this all started because we forever DM'd him. Not exactly subtle revenge. I mean, at least it's still fun, and while you're playing it, you never notice. But then afterwards, you're left going, did we just spend 6 months blocking an elf? Hey, what's up everybody? Scatter Rattles here, welcome to another DnDGreentext video. And before jumping into this video, I just want to tell you, I don't agree with this guy, I don't think the names are getting too low effort. But yeah, with that being said, subscribe if you're not, and enjoy the video. The bird. It's easy guys, just go get 6 of that monster's eggs for my research, and I'll pay you their weight in gold. How would you do this as a GM? Be me, common adventurer, given a quest to acquire 6 eggs of a mysterious bird for some wizard's research. I tracked down the creature to some barren wasteland where everything was trying to kill us. Finally find the bird. Bird is 6 feet tall. Bird looks like a dinosaur. Bird looks pissed that we stepped into its territory. Bird charges at us and proceeds to us up. We lost 3 of the 5 party members in the fight. It managed to kick a hole in our paladin's chest, like his full plate armor was a napkin. It plucked out the eyes of our ranger. It gored the barbarian without a thought, but me and the fighter were able to fell the beast. We catch our breath, then go to the nest. 1 egg. We had to find another one. Fighter pulled a pro gamer move and shoved his short sword in his chest. Smart move, in my opinion. Man, why would you do that as the DM? Did he just want to kill the party or annoy everyone? Or I don't see why would you not at least give them the eggs after going through all of that, right? If you think cassowaries are bad, wait until you learn about ostriches. They are known to one-kick kill lions. Jesus, nature is pretty insane. So do zebras. Single kick can straight up break an adult lion's back. I knew a guy who hand raises lion cubs, gives grown ones belly rubs and refuses to go anywhere near a horse because can't be trusted. I think it's very reasonable to be scared of horses with how massively, insanely strong their legs are. It seems pretty reasonable if you ask me. Sacrifice. The first part of this meme was actually read in the DnD memes video, and that's from the DnD memes subreddit. So I'm not gonna read that again, just letting you know. I'm gonna skip straight to just comment. It's not very long, and instead of saying all of this, I basically had time to just read it again or something, without spending like 20 seconds talking about it. But it's basically talking about how traps are stupid in games, right? Okay. I had something like this for one of my games. The party was fighting their way out of a dwarven tomb infested with troglodytes. As they were running out, they heard a click. Turned out, the fighter accidentally stepped on a dwarven pressure bomb. When I asked what he wanted to do, he said he wanted the rest of the party to go on without him. He explained that he could act as a distraction for the rest of the party so they could escape safely. After some convincing on his part, as well as saying his goodbyes, the party continued to the exit as he stayed there. But as they ran out, they could hear the fighter's voice echoing the tunnels, singing the song "Red is the Rose." When the song ended, all the party could hear was a loud explosion and the tunnel collapsing. That was a massive sacrifice, god damn it. This fighter has earned Player of the Year in my book. He now has a permanent place in the canon of my campaign. I love taking big dramatic moments from one campaign and making them into folk hero moments in other ones. Even if they're totally different players, something like the party entering a small hamlet and finding a statue dedicated to a long-dead PC from another campaign who threw himself into a portal to defeat an enemy, knowing that he wouldn't be able to return, or something equally grandiose. It's awesome. It's especially great when you can do it with the same players, and purposely get some of the details wrong, as long as the player is the joking type. You get the moment where this random adventurer comes into town and tries telling the local historian, well actually, Gorval's familiar was a fox, not a cat, and his stuff had gems at the tip, not just carved wood. Oh, this is wondrous. How do you know all that, young traveler? It came to me in a dream? I'm going to be honest, the trap would have only given him like 2d10 damage and it wouldn't kill him. But what do you say after RP like that? It would be too hilarious that the fighter would just pop up later while comically burned from the explosion. Also, straight up murdering a PC must have hurt. He wanted his character to go. He felt like it was time. In that case, that's an epic way to go. I always help my PCs in noble suicides. Now try reading that without any context. Operation Big Casters in the Club. Pimmy, level 13 wizard with simulacrum wielding Staff of Power. Peanut Me, level 13 Grave Cleric and Sorlock. Have to fight Zariel, Archduke of Avernus. CR 26. Can't force cage her. She can teleport. Bad times in our future. Create plan. All drink potions of growth. Force cage ourselves in the 20x20 version simulacrum cast Globe of Invulnerability. Can't physically hit us through the cage. No spells through the globe. Potions of growth means we take up the whole space and she can't teleport in. We got big casters up in the club. Dunk on Goth Angel. I didn't sign up for a cage match. Zariel leaves the immediate area where she waits for you to comfort her again. If a high-int CR26 sees an impossible scenario, they will avoid it. Unless they are proud AF, of course. A classic. Don't bang the elf. Once, we had an elf who f***ed one human. Once. And developed this psychotic obsession with bringing him back to life after he died. She sort of faded into the background after a while. We forgot about her. But 2 campaigns later, her research started popping up. And this escalated until it turned out that she was basically getting ready to harvest all life on Earth to try and bring her pet goldfish back to life. By the end of it, we were up to our balls in hideous soul-stealing goblin mutants that ate souls and vomited them back up as pearl catalysts for some ancient resurrection ritual. 5 campaigns of fighting this insane elf, motivated by love and heartbreak to destroy the world and overthrow the will of the gods to bring her husband back, because someone just had to hit on the elf chick. Way to go, Riley. Dear God, I wanna be in your group. You say that now, but you'd be eating your thumbs by the end of it. It's so enraging to go through this enormously fierce trials and then realize that they aren't clever at all. They were just engineered by a woman with infinite time and no sense of proportion. Example, her research notes were all written in Dwarvish, which was the language of choice for scientific notation. But then apparently she thought, oh hey, someone might read my notes and figure out my plans. Now, a sensible person might start writing in code. She destroyed the entire Dwarvish civilization and annihilated their culture. Then, she invented Esperanto and taught it to the humans. Nobody speaks Dwarvish except her anymore. Unbelievable. This was a whole campaign. Holy tell us more. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say. The whole affair is just so agonizing from start to finish that it hurts just thinking of it. Like in campaign 3, when she introduced a wonder crop that was like a combination between potatoes, wheat and rice. Grew in huge paddies, and each one was the size of a bowling ball. You could take in 5 crops a year easy, didn't deplete the soil, and oh yeah, after the 10th year, they basically flooded the atmosphere with sentient anthrax to induce migration inland. Yay. Or, like in campaign 2, when she tore open the abyss with a huge ring painted with 700 gallons of her own blood, carefully extracted and frozen over the course of decades, and used it to suck out the very spirits of entropy and chain them to her will so that she could put out the sun for the 15 minutes she needed to do some stupid ziggy No, not because the sun needed to vanish for the alignment herself. She just wanted better lightning to see the stars. Not like she could have just used a telescope for anything. Every time we end up dealing with this hideous series of catastrophes, and the campaign later we realize just how trivial the actual motivations behind them were. You really need to invest in a better DM. In his defense, this all started because we forever DM'd him. Not exactly subtle revenge. I mean, at least it's still fun, and while you're playing it, you never notice. But then afterwards, you're left going, did we just spend 6 months blocking an elf? And the answer is yes. 6 months blocking an elf. There was sentient anthrax and bandersnatches involved, sure, but when you get down to it, it was blocking an elf. This is such a great example of how alien the elven mindset could and should be in D&D. If you live for almost a millennium, the world just looks different. What would be a decade-long undertaking for a human is like a summer project for an elf. Not gonna lie, I would kill to be in this guy's campaign. A game like this is all in how you look at it. If you go through 6 months of campaign and look back and decide that you've only been keeping an elf from her dead lover, then that's all you're going to see. If you look back at those 6 months and see sentient anthrax, humanoid sacrifices, mutated soul-eating goblins, etc., then you're going to have a much wilder outlook on the game. Point being, when you have an utterly wild campaign, there's nothing wrong with focusing on the wild side rather than the lame reasoning behind it, or whatever. I'd rather play with that DM and GM for them, I'll bet they're just as creative as a player, than the guy who posted complaining about the campaign. Have fun guys, gals, everyone in between and everyone besides. Guy told me I should post here. Me and Jacob. Flying into Great Worm Lair like a pair of badasses. He's doing some magic. Virgin ass wizard. Bright idea. Use weird magic rock to cast lower resistance so our wizard can hit him. He looks our direction. He inhales. Oh, another bright idea. I use weird rock to dimension door. Get out of breath area. Relief. Wait, Jacob can't do that? Ah, Jacob gets hit in the face with 2000 degrees Celsius lava. This wouldn't have happened if I didn't cast lower resistance. Guilt. God damn it. What in the world is lower resistance? It's a spell from earlier editions that lowered the magic resistance of a creature. At the time, many monsters and drow had magic resistance expressed as a percentage based on a 10th level caster. For instance, if a 10th level caster cast a spell at a dragon with 50 magic resistance, then there was a 50-50 chance it would not work. If it was an 8th level caster, then a 60-40 chance. And 12th level caster had a 40-60. And in case the story is confusing to you, I'm gonna leave this explanation from the guy that posted it on the screen, and pause if you wanna read it. And alright, moving on. Alright, time for comment review. Is 2 a lot? Depends on the context. Gold coins? No. War crimes? Yes. Nice take. Demogod? What's that? Some kind of temporary godhood? Here's distant explosion, followed by increasingly loud Scottish swearing. It's always the Scottish behind, isn't it? There's a ton of spells that violate the Geneva Convention. Literally any spell based on disguising yourself is a violation if it's used to disguise yourself as an enemy or a non-combatant. A druid wild shaping into an innocuous animal to prepare for an ambush is a violation, and using charm or dominate person or monster is easily abused as a violation. I'm pretty sure this all fall under Article 37. Prohibition of the perfidy in the Geneva Convention. Yeah, okay, so I guess the Geneva Convention really can't apply to D&D. We might... yeah, maybe it wouldn't be possible to have anything like that in D&D. Or in a fantasy world like this, I guess. The party. Opens fridge. The disembodied leechhead. Kill me. Party. Grabs gallon of milk. Closes fridge. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, I really appreciate it, so thanks a lot to everyone supporting the channel there. Also, links below if you want to follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, join the Discord server, or check out the subreddit and share stories there. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!